Calling the Bristol 2-meter net. Calling the Bristol 2-meter net. Net control this evening is Kilo 4 X-ray Mike November. Name is Chris, located in Bristol, Tennessee. This net meets each Tuesday night on the 146.67 repeater. This net is affiliated with the Amateur Radio Emergency Service, the National Traffic System, and the Bristol Amateur Radio Club. All amateurs are welcome to check in. At this time, do we have any emergency or priority traffic? Please call. Okay, do we have any information for the National Traffic System? Please call. Okay, do we have any announcements or bulletins for the net? Please call.
N4NT.
4NT, go ahead.
Okay, just wanted to give a quick reminder of the club meeting this Thursday. We're still working on the under the virus protocol, I guess, what we'll call it, and we will be meeting on the air again. I know the state's starting to open back up, but since we meet at the hospital, that may actually extend our restrictions a little bit longer. But we'll see how all that goes and go from there. But this month we're going to go ahead and meet on the 146.67 repeater, and we'll start the meeting at 7 o'clock. I will be on the air. I'll try to be here about 6:30 and just start going ahead and building a list, so that way we can start promptly at 7. And what I'll do, just like last time, I'll have a net logger session going, and I also will have a live YouTube broadcast, which I'll get it rolling about 2 minutes before the official start time. The YouTube net logger will be up the duration. We'll build a list and go from there. Let me reset. In the event that we do have to take a vote, we will do it by roll call. So that that'll involve going down the list and asking. That way, initially I thought, well, I could just ask if anyone opposes, but that's assuming someone's also voting, and everybody has the right to abstain. So if we do have an issue, we'll do it that way. The normal cutoff for club membership is April. However, the last club meeting, it was voted on to go ahead and extend the. If you remember, in 2019, then we're going to hang on to you until we can meet in person, and then that'll be the cutoff. So that's my announcement. You can go ahead and put me down as being checked in, Chris, if you'd like. It's N4NT.
All right, Adam, got you in there. All right, do we have any other announcements before we can go on for check-in? Okay, this time we're taking check-ins from any mobile or portable stations. Mobiles or portables.
KT4SQ, Dale.
Got you in there, Dale. Any other mobile or portables? Okay, Dale, do you want to go ahead and make comments now?
I can. Not much to say. Just got about 1.2 inches of rain early this morning. It came rather fast, so I figured there must be a flooding someplace. But anyhow, very good day to everybody, and haven't done much on the bands at all. But I do want to check into the net. So this is KT4SQ.
Hey, Dale, appreciate you checking in with us. There you go. You have a good evening. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll open the floor for regular check-ins.
Net control, please check in. KD4 CCO, Dallas, Bristol.
WE4AWJ, Emmett, Bristol.
Control, please check in. N4XRD, Ralph in Chilhowie.
KF4FHY, Kevin in Bristol, in and out, please.
Any other check-in?
KF4FHY, Kevin, Bristol, in and out, please.
I got you in there, Kevin. Appreciate you checking in there with us. Any other check-ins?
KO4 CJS, Steve in Plus City.
KO4 CJS.
Roger Control, Charlie, Juliet, Sierra, Steve in Plus City, just checking in and out. Thank you, Control.
Steve, appreciate you checking in with us. All right, any other check-ins before we go back to Tom? KD4 CCO, take it away, Dallas.
Well, I hope everybody's staying dry. We had to drive to Abingdon this morning, right in the worst of that cloudburst, and it was white knuckle driving, I guess you could say. Held the speed down. And it was funny that the tractor trailers were passing me instead of me passing them, but they don't have to worry about hydroplaning that I did. We made it okay and made it back. Well, it wasn't even raining when we came back, so that's about it for here, I guess. Oh, we did give you my rain gauge reading for today. We have so far in the last 24 hours, well, actually since midnight, I should say, 1.33 inches of rain here at Island Road. And I don't know, look at the web map, we might get some more, but it doesn't look very threatening right now. So back to net control. This is KD4 CCO.
Dallas, appreciate you checking in with us. 73, copy. Have a good evening there. Stay dry. All right, let's go down to W4AWJ. How you doing, Emmett?
Well, good evening, Chris, and everyone on the net, and everybody listening in. This is WE4AWJ. I reckon I'm doing pretty good, doing what everybody else is doing, staying in unless I have to get out. I made it to the dentist and back today for the first time in months. I'm trying to get over that. And that's pretty much it. There was just a small opening on 20 meters in the last couple of days. And now the sun's went back to sleep. Did some astronomical watching, as you might say, on the computer, and they say our sun is pretty much slothful compared to other stars, so that's probably why we don't have as many sunspots, so if that means anything. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good night, 73, and I hope to see you all Thursday. Take care from WE4AWJ.
Appreciate you checking in there with us. 73, you have a good evening there. All right, let's go down to N4XRD. How you doing, Ralph?
A4XMN in the net, N4XRD. Doing fine, Chris. Trust you're well. Well, I've been home, now let's see, today about 4 o'clock makes 6 weeks. Got cabin fever once or twice, but the sun came out and I got into other things and kind of forgot about not leaving the property. But it's an interesting thing. Had somebody come by today to pick up some paperwork, and they were as freaked out as I am probably. They barely rolled down their window a few inches. I slid the paperwork to them, and they promptly rolled them up and gave me a thumbs up and laid it down gently. Probably were going to wash their hands after I handed it to them. So it's a paranoid world we're living in. Sure is different. Never thought in my lifetime it'd be illegal to go to church. What's this world coming to, by the way? N4XRD,
hanging in here.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of strange, especially when you hear of people. I'm not going to mention states, but certain states, they said that if you go to church or if you are caught outside, even in your own yard, you will be arrested. Which I don't see, if you're on your own property, how that is legally viable. But in some states where, where some of they have some crazy laws, I guess they can get by with whatever, so who knows. But, well, appreciate you checking in there, Ralph. 73, hope you have a good evening there. All right, after Ralph, we had Kevin and Steve, and then that'll bring us down to the bottom of the list. Do we have any other check-ins for the net?
N4NT recheck.
Hey, Dan.
Okay, just wanted to remind everybody of the Fusion Net coming up here about 9:30 in room 61243, and we'll have a topic and all that good stuff, and run through the check-in list and let each one pass to the other, and we'll have that on NetLogger as well. So I just wanted to remind everybody of that, and also that we are broadcasting live on YouTube for this net, and we'll broadcast for the next one. So if you ever want to check out your audio or whatever, or pull it back up, then that's always available. And had something else on my mind, Chris, and I can't remember what it was now. If I think of it before you close, I'll jump back in there. Back to you, N4NT.
Oh, I had something I was going to ask you. Have you heard anything official about field day?
I have not. I saw an article or a post or something that was still up that made it look like everything was still business as usual on the go. So they haven't made any official cancellations that I know of personally. But that's about where I'm at with it. I don't know how all the city stuff and all that will affect us directly here if the ARRL goes forward. So it's a fluid situation, as they say.
I'll wait 5 minutes and it'll change, as they say.
Yeah, but we're probably getting down to crunch time where they're going to have to tell us something, though, so we can plan accordingly.
Because after this meeting, June will be when they decide to do everything and make all the arrangements and stuff, and we'll need to know before first part of June, I would say, to make all the arrangements with the city and everything for that. So they need to make a decision between now and then what they plan on doing. So, and then again, it may be up to, I don't know if how they would do it, if they would do it, or if they're leaving it up to certain states to make that decision, or how they're going to do it, or what's going to happen. I mean, it's who knows what's going to happen in the next 4 weeks. Who knows? So I guess this is just a kind of what they call beta testing. So who knows? Alrighty. We'll appreciate you checking back in there. Alright, do we have any other check-ins for the Bristol Team Internet? Please call.
November 4 Kilo Zulu Sugar, Gary, and Piney Flats.
Alright, I got you in there, Gary. Any other check-in? For KZS, take it away.
Chris, yeah, I just jumped over here real fast. I was over on HF there for a few minutes and wanted to get back over here to do a check-in here on the Bristol net, and everything going pretty good down here, putting up with some storms and rain and all that good stuff. I tell you, I've been flooded out. I lost
Had to redo my HF antenna, run it back across the trees there, and from the wind, and this weather's been something for me. But anyway, we're all up and running and everything again, and anyway, I'd like to have a short contact with N4NT.
Yeah, go ahead, Gary. It's N4NT.
Yeah, Adam, I finally figured out my problem on that net logger. What it's doing, it will log and populate everybody that's already in that profile file. But when I try to put somebody that's not in there, then it can't go to QRZ. You got to have they require a subscription in there under the setup, and you got to have a username and password. And Bobby had gave that to me on the other computer when I originally set the net logger up, and everything was fine. And it started doing this, so I finally got to looking and figured out. But it's one of the Friendly Bunch members' subscription that they're using, but I can't remember what the names and the passwords was. I'll have to contact Bobby or either Gary in Alabama, I guess, to get it again.
Okay, yeah, and I got to think about it. I have one. That's why I never had to get theirs. I can't remember my password right off the bat, so I'll go in and try. Like, I'll log myself out and try to log back in and see if it's what I think it is. And so, worst case scenario, if need be, I'll send you my info. It's been so long since I've actually had to put the password in. I don't remember it, so I may actually have to go in and reset it to something I can remember.
Just sign out of, take it out of the account setup, QRZ stuff, and then go in there. You don't even have to create a net or nothing. Just bring net logger up and go in there and put. I use KD4CCO because I know he's not in that profile section, and it'll come up and it'll put his call in there that you typed in, but it won't populate any of the fields.
Okay, yeah, I'll work on that as soon as I get a chance then, and that way, if you don't get one of theirs, I'll send you mine. I'll like I said, I don't remember the password, so I'll have to go in and like log out and log back in and make sure I know what it is.
Get yourself locked down. Anyway, okie doke. Okay, Chris, thank you for calling the net there and for my time to contact Adam. 73's Doll and 4KZS.
K4HQ.
Alright, I got K4HQ. What was the name of it?
Chris, is Ken over in Gray.
Ken, be back in just a minute. Gary, hope you have a good evening there, 73. Alright, any other check-ins for the 2-meter net? Please call. K4HQ, go ahead.
Good evening to you there, Chris. Been a while. Yeah, K4XMN, the net, K4HQ. I probably haven't talked to you since I got the new call back last. I had to have talked to you since I got the new call, but anyway. Good evening to everybody, and I'm getting a little anxious now because I got the RT system software to program the 3200, so I gotta get my computer fired up and get that software off their website, get it set up so I can configure the Yaesu a little better. instead of bugging everybody, do it by hand. But anyway, just wanted to check in and give you another statistic for the log, and I may stick around for the Fusion net, or the digital net. Good evening to you there, Chris, and good to hear you. K4XMN, the group K4HQ.
Again, appreciate you checking in with us. 73, hope you have a good evening there. Alright, do we have any other check-ins for the Bristol two-meter net? Please call.
Chris, I remembered what I was going to say when you get a chance.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that. It was a brain fade. The newsletter has went out. I think everybody that's checked in tonight, I had their email address, but if you did not get the newsletter, just let us know and we can put you on the email list if we missed you. But I think we got everybody. Also, something I'm going to try to start doing with the newsletter is I'm going to use the YouTube channel and actually do a video narrative. It won't be a reading the newsletter verbatim type thing, but just to kind of pull the newsletter up on the screen and go over it. This month you'll get 2 emails. You'll get a link here tonight or tomorrow with that, and then next month what I'm going to try to do is start doing it all together and just send you the newsletter along with the video link, and try that out. And that way, if we have folks that either have difficulty seeing the emails and that kind of thing, or maybe you're like me and you're kind of busy and on the road a lot and you can just pull it up and listen to it while you're out there doing your thing. So I'm gonna try it out and see what everybody thinks of it. If it works out and everybody, enough people like it, we'll keep doing it. Back to you, Chris, N4NT.
Sounds good. Alright, do we have any other check-ins for the Bristol 2-meter net? Please call.
This is KO 4 Charlie Juliet Sierra.
KD4 WMX.
I got KD4 WMX, and there was another station that doubled. We could try again.
Control, this is KO4 CGS. I had a question had walked back to the radio here for N4NT whenever y'all get time. Control, thank you.
I'll come back to you there in just a minute. Let me go down here to Ken. Alright, Ken, KD4 WMX, go ahead.
Well, good evening, Chris. This is KD4 WMX in quiet Lodi, and it is quiet. Sorry I'm checking in so late, but I just got home from work and grabbed a quick bite to eat. Had to make sure my wires X was up for the digital net. And, but just want to say 73 to everybody that's checked in and listening, and hope they have a good rest of the week. And we'll say 73 and turn it back to net control. This is KD4 WMX clear.
Ken, appreciate you checking in with us. 73, hope you have a good evening there. Alright, Steve, go ahead.
Thank you, Chris. Just wanted to get back with N4NT. I was looking for that email and kind of been looking for it for a couple months, but I think you might have a problem with my email. If you want me to give it to you, I can, or shoot you an email, either one.
Yeah, if you want to just shoot me an email, you can either send it to the club email address, which is barc.w4ud@gmail.com, or if it's easier for you, just look me up on QRZ, and my personal email is good there, and send me an email. That way I know I've got your email address right, and I'll transfer it over to the club email address where the newsletter goes out.
Roger that. Appreciate it, Control, and thank you, Chris, and 73 to everyone. KO4 CGS, back to you, Control.
Alright, and do we have any other check-ins for the Bristol 2-meter net? Please call.
K4 UOS.
K4 station, try again.
4 Uniform Oscar Sierra.
K4 UOS, go ahead.
Oh, just happened to stumble across the net. Just setting up a new rig and a new antenna, unfortunately in the attic today, and was getting it fired up and trying to get everything configured. And I just happened to stumble across you guys, so I thought I'd check in, say hi.
What's the name there?
Will.
Will, what's your QTH?
I am in Johnson City.
Copy that. Well, you're sounding good. No problem. Making in the repeater just fine.
Right, good. Glad to know it. Thank you.
All right. Do we have any other check-ins for the Bristol Team Internet? Please call. All right. We had 11 check-ins tonight, so that sounds pretty good for tonight. So with that, we'll go ahead and we'll close tonight's net. This is K4XMN returning the 146.67 repeater back to general amateur use. And just a reminder to everybody to hang in for the next few minutes for the Fusion net. And we'll say 73. Good night.